Good afternoon, friends and subscribers. My name is Dr. Mayur Pai and I am an IVF specialist practicing in Goa in India. This video that you are watching is a part of an IVF playlist called IVF Unboxing, and today I am going to speak about Cetrorelix. In today's video, I'll be talking about the different uses of Cetrorelix. I'll also be unboxing the product. I'll be talking about its dose and also how Cetrorelix is used in an IVF protocol. Also, in today's video, I'll be talking about this new product, that is Cetrorelix in a liquid stable form, which is also called a PFS or a pre-filled syringe of Cetrorelix. In case you want to reach directly to the topic that interests you the most about Cetrorelix, you can directly go into our timeline and you can directly read the timestamp that interests you the most. Technically, Cetrorelix is called a GnRH antagonist or a GnRH NTAG, or just simply it is called an NTAG. What Cetrorelix does is that it prevents LH surge. Before I tell you what an LH surge is, I would want you to have a basic understanding of IVF ovarian stimulation. In IVF ovarian stimulation, we do something called a controlled ovarian hyperstimulation. So what happens is, when the lady undergoing an IVF cycle comes to the IVF clinic on the second or third day of her menses, we begin her IVF stimulation protocol. This mostly consists of HMG or rFSH injections, which are given on a daily basis to cause the growth of your ovarian follicles. As these follicles increase, so does the blood level of the lady's estrogen hormone. Estrogen, as you know, is a byproduct of ovarian stimulation. As the lady's ovarian stimulation keeps progressing as the days go by, the blood level of estrogen also increases day after day. As a result, after the estrogen levels have crossed a certain threshold level, it causes an LH surge, that is a sudden and a very high release of LH hormone from the lady's own pituitary gland. This LH surge has certain detrimental effects in an IVF cycle. First of all, it may cause the lady's follicles to undergo premature luteinization. Another detrimental effect of premature LH surge is that the follicles that we have produced in the lady's ovaries may suddenly rupture and undergo ovulation. Once the follicles have ruptured, all the eggs that are contained in the follicles get lost in the lady's peritoneal cavity, and these cannot be retrieved for IVF procedure. Hence, in an IVF cycle, we should do everything to prevent this premature LH surge. So the very fact that it is called controlled ovarian hyperstimulation, the control comes from injections like Cetrorelix. I understand that the physiology of LH surge is a little bit complicated for a patient. However, this is something that your doctor should know, and you can do without knowing this. All that is very important for you as a patient to know is that Cetrorelix is a very important drug and it must be taken on time. Why and how, I'll tell you in this video, so keep watching till the end. So now, as I have promised you, let me unbox this Cetrorelix and show you what is there inside. So on your screen you have a box of Cetrorelix, so let us unbox it. When you open it, you will find that there is a drug or the medicine is given over here, and there is a diluent or a water containing ampoule. Let us open it and see. So this is how the package insert looks. This is a diluent, which is sterile water, and this is the drug. So as you can see on your screen, the drug is given in a powder form, which is also called a lyophilized form of Cetrorelix. So now I'll tell you how we administer an injection of Cetrorelix. Cetrorelix injection is commonly given at my setup using an insulin syringe. So on your screen you have a 100 IU insulin syringe. It's the one with the orange cap. So once I remove the orange cap, you can see that it has a beautiful small needle which is going to cause very little pain to the patient. This is the standard insulin syringe which is used for diabetic patients as well. And as you know, diabetic patients take this sort of use this syringe on a daily basis, and it's really comfortable as compared to the standard 2 ml syringe that is normally used for other sort of injections. So how we administer Cetrorelix injection is that we first take the diluent and we aspirate it into the insulin syringe. We aspirate it up to the 100 mark, that is 1 ml, as you can see right here. Then we take the diluent and we put it into the powder. Once we introduce it into the powder, we can shake it and mix it thoroughly. Once it is completely mixed and dissolved, we again re-aspirate the complete amount up to the 100 mark into the syringe. It is very important that the entire content from the vial is emptied into the syringe. If not, the complete dose of Cetrorelix injection is not completed and you would have some dose lying inside the vial, which will be going into your dustbin. So that is a very important tip that I would like to give to all those patients undergoing IVF and using Cetrorelix injection. Then this syringe, which is containing Cetrorelix 1 ml, is given on the arm in a subcutaneous fashion. That means it is a subcutaneous injection only. Never ever Cetrorelix injection is given as an IM or intramuscular injection. So now let me talk about the dose of Cetrorelix injection. Cetrorelix, as you can see, comes in a box which is a daily dose box. So one box contains only a single daily dose of Cetrorelix, which is 0.25 mg. So when we reconstitute Cetrorelix using the diluent into the powder and we aspirate and give it correctly, we are giving 0.25 milligrams of Cetrorelix on a daily dosing schedule. Cetrorelix works for a period of roughly 24 hours, and it is very important that Cetrorelix dose is repeated at the 24th hour. Means every day at the same time Cetrorelix has to be taken as per the directive of your IVF practitioner. So now let me tell you how Cetrorelix is used in an IVF cycle. As you know, in an IVF cycle we use gonadotropins in the earlier part of IVF to stimulate your eggs. Whether this egg stimulation is doing well for you or not, we will come to know when we do serial ultrasounds called follicular tracking or follicular monitoring. During a follicular monitoring ultrasound, your doctor will be checking the size of the individual follicles. When the lead follicles increases to 14 millimeters in size or higher, your doctor will be introducing the Cetrorelix injection. Cetrorelix injection will be given to you as a co-injection. Means on one arm you will be getting your gonadotropin injection as usual, and on your other arm you will be getting your Cetrorelix injection on a daily basis. So Cetrorelix is given on a daily basis in the later part of your IVF cycle after the follicles have reached 14 millimeters in size. This is the time when the risk of premature LH surge is the highest. So whenever the follicles are less than 14 millimeters in size, since the risk of LH surge is low, your doctor would not give you a co-injection of Cetrorelix. So when the follicles are less than 14 millimeters in size, your doctor will not be giving you a Cetrorelix injection because the risk of LH surge is quite low. Your daily dosing of Cetrorelix injection and the gonadotropin injections will continue till the time the lead follicles cross 18 millimeters in size. After that, your doctor will be giving you a trigger, which is mostly HCG injection. The HCG injection will then complete your IVF cycle. So now I'll be telling you about the liquefied Cetrorelix or Cetrorelix pre-filled syringe. As you can see on your screen, this is a box of a pre-filled syringe of Cetrorelix acetate. Also, it's a single dose injection, that is 0.25 milligrams in a 0.5 ml format. So let us unbox this to let you know what is there inside. So once you open it up, you will find that there is a syringe which has been preloaded and prepared by the factory itself. You find inside a single syringe which is similar to an insulin syringe. The syringe is already pulled back and the drug is preloaded. The needle, which is the size of an insulin syringe, is covered with a cap. All you need to do is you have to remove this cap and inject it just the way you would have used an insulin syringe. This is the new type of Cetrorelix that I nowadays prefer in my practice, which I find very useful in these COVID times. There's no mixing of the powder and the diluent to reconstitute it, so the mistakes which you will be doing with the dosing is very less. Also, the small needle gives you a very painless shot and it's very convenient for the patient to give. In my practice, I often train the husband of the patient to inject his wife or the patient to self-inject herself. I hope today's video was very educational to you as far as Cetrorelix is concerned. I have tried my best to squeeze as much knowledge in a short video as possible. Hope you liked it. In case you have liked today's video, please remember to press the like icon. In case you have not subscribed so far, please remember to subscribe by pressing the red button below. And any questions regarding Cetrorelix or IVF cycle, you can please ask me in the comment section below. Have a good day.